Do you know
All right. Greetings and welcome to the Unique Perspectives Podcast. I'm your host, Charles Dixon, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Adam Ford. How are you, sir?
good? What's up, fam? On a Friday evening, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody had a good week, made it through safely.
I know, right?
Made it through without hurt, harm, and danger. Able to go into the weekend, hopefully peacefully. Not a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Oh, let me turn on my little my complimentary lighting. I'm just all behind the gun.
I was gonna say something, but I meant to say it before the show started, but I'm gonna let it go. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let it go. Anyway, hope everybody's good.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's how we going, fine. All
right, I mean, somebody convinced me to get a certain background, but then somebody else ain't gonna do the background no more. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
You know what? Hold on.
No. We on the show. Bro. What you doing, bro? What you doing?
We're gonna be ghetto today. Ghetto. That's all right. We're gonna be ghetto today. All right. We're gonna do it since you want us to go back to looking out of the window. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be ghetto today. All right. I actually forgot, man. I was just working and I got crazy. But anyway.
Working experiment. Right. You know how y'all know how he do experiment. He liked to experiment. He liked to experiment 10 minutes before the show actually started.
I was. You don't tell on me.
And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Can we actually start the show and we come back to this later? I mean, come on, bro. They on mad scientists. You want to create stuff.
Oh, geez.
5 minutes before the show started,
my mind don't turn off.
Oh my God, man. Dude. Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah, man. So listen, Adam. Wherever you are in your house, and just like me, make sure you push that button like they do at the CIA that make the bulletproof plastic screen come up.
Well, I'm in an undisclosed location. I'm in an undisclosed location. Nobody knows where I am. I am off the grid. Man. I am off the grid.
My hope is that we have some fun with this conversation today. I don't know whether
he means provoking the women who watch the show. That's what he means.
Well, no, it's not just that, because Bruce Oliver was in the comments when I posted it. He was like, he wanted some comments to say, and Madonna from Trinidad said she had something to say.
Oh, okay.
So, hey, where the folk people were commenting. So, let's go. I want to come out. Look, we using this show to say we're going to specifically listen to people who say, if you want to make a point or want us to stop, just say question. And put your double colon and say question, and put your hand up or whatever, and we will, we'll do our best. Put it that way.
Get ready.
We get a little heated. Sometimes we get a little heated, but we'll do our best.
They come with both barrels. I guarantee you. You start putting that out there, they're gonna come with both barrels ready, locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. Let's roll.
All right. Anything in regular current events going on today?
Not too much. Same old. I'm trying to think now. What's going on? I know it's nice. It's getting nice outside. Well, it's not getting nice. It is nice outside. Temperature. The weather has finally stabilized where we have a nice 80 degree. I think we'll be in the 90s next week. Toward the end of next week, it's nice outside. Get outside, chill or whatever like that. Yeah. It's good.
I do want to say, Adam, that this month is National Men's Mental Health Month.
Bad. Yeah.
We got to listen. We be needing help.
No doubt.
We try to be tough, but we be needing help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's important that we as men take care of our mental health, and our emotional health. And it's something that we have as men have neglected for so long that, it's never a good thing. And I would even go as far as to say that when it comes to, Christians, African-American believers, African-American men, we do not take care of our mental health like we should. But thankfully, we are now coming to a place where we realize the importance and the significance of taking care of our mental health so that we can be better for the people that are around us. So yeah.
What do you mean? Give me just perfect. So just this is just for real talk.
Yeah.
If you can give a couple of examples of just how to that man that may be listening, that how we don't necessarily take care of our mental health.
Well, I mean,
somebody may not know. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I mean, I think one of the things that men need to pay attention to, particularly, is the fact that when you are in a relationship and you break up with the person that you've been in a relationship with, that takes a toll. It takes a mental toll. It takes an emotional toll. Yeah. And if you don't take the time out to check yourself out to make sure that mentally and emotionally you're okay, what ends up happening is you end up going into new relationships still broken, still fractured,
angry,
still splintered, still angry, carrying over past grudges into the new place, and they don't know what happened.
Yeah.
They just got here. They brand new, but you're still carrying on as if you're still with the old person. And I think for the world that we live in today and all of the stressors and triggers that we have in our lives, I think it's really important that we as people, particularly as men, pay attention, because men are under a lot of pressure and under a lot of stress, especially if you're a head of a household, you're taking care of your family, you got that undue pressure on you, that stress on you to make sure that everything's taken care of. Well, if you are taking care of everybody else, who takes care of
you? Yeah, that's it.
Real talk, right? And it's important that you learn how to take care of yourself. As men, we need to do that. We need to learn how to take care of ourselves. Not just going to the gym, that's absolutely important. Yeah. But going to the doctor, getting that regular physical, that annual physical. Along with that annual physical, check yourself out mentally. Find out where you are. And you don't necessarily need to go to a therapist. If you need to, definitely do that. But just find somebody who you can hold yourself accountable to, so you can talk out whatever situations that you find yourself in. And if it gets deep, then you can, reach out to a therapist to get some help. I know a lot of people suffered a lot during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that we weren't able to get outside like we usually do, right? And as a result of that involuntary seclusion, a lot of us suffered with some things emotionally. Because we had to spend more times with ourselves than we did with other people. And as a result, we found some things out that we are not completely as together as we thought we were. So it's important that we take the time out to get ourselves together as people. So
no, that's real talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh man, it's important to mention that when a man loves, so men that love correctly hurt immensely. I repeat that. Men that love correctly hurt immensely when things, when the relationship sometimes dissolves. Not everybody has a great dismount to love.
True.
Sometimes think about how when you look at love as the big horse. Not everybody can get on and off the horse correctly.
Easily,
Matter of fact, if you don't get off the horse correctly, you can get hurt.
Oh yeah, you will get hurt. Yeah.
So it's a dichotomy to how you dismount and transition in and out of pain and relationships. And it's one thing to be not serious in relationships transition, and we on the men and women side, we just like whatever, I didn't care anyway, whatever we say, right. When a person, even behind that I don't care, you do care, because you gave your time and you gave yourself, and you gave a lot of things, and so as a result of that, when that feeling of the rug being snatched from under you for whatever reason, and your pattern is broken, the things that you were used to doing, used to talking to the person, whatever, all those things change. It's a shock to the system, right? And so sometimes it just men can boil up and ball up and say whatever, I don't care, but inside they bleeding.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's important to keep that in mind for sure.
Yeah. Well, men are most widely known to suppress their feelings.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep their feelings and their emotions bottled up.
Yeah.
To the point where you literally become a ticking time bomb. It's just a matter of time before all of that stuff that you've kept down on the inside comes blowing out of you.
That's it.
You know, and again, that's a reason why you need to take care of your emotional and mental health so that you don't blow up on people who didn't cause you to blow up in the first place, right?
That's real talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. This week's topic, you have it pulled up, but this week's topic, Mr. Ford and people of the world, is on your. So if anybody has looked at the Olympics track and field and love track and field like I do, we are familiar with on your mark, get set, go. The intentional race from hello to I do. The intentional race from hello to I do. And it's important to remember, even though we all focus on the hello and the I do part, right? But it's equally important that we understand on your mark, get set, go. There's a whole process to that in itself. I'll let you preach on that later. But anyway, you go ahead and read, sir. We can go from there.
All right. Let's see. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go. Somewhere between hello and I do, love stopped being a journey and started feeling like a race. In this week's episode of Unique Perspectives Podcast, we gently pull back the curtain on a quiet pressure to move faster, commit sooner, and keep pace with expectations that aren't always your own. Is it a real connection or just momentum? When everything accelerates, two questions matter most. Are you choosing this person? Ooh, just lost my spot. Or just not, or trying just not to fall behind? Is it real chemistry, or are you trying to meet the societal norms in that of your next milestone? From instant sparks to future plans, we'll break down how people confuse momentum for meaning and why slowing down might be the real power move. We'll dive into the psychology behind accelerated relationships, the culture and societal cues that push couples forward before they're truly ready, and the quiet moments where clarity either shows up or gets ignored. Because not every relationship is meant to cross the finish line. Some are simply meant to wake you up. That said, if you've ever felt rushed, uncertain, or caught between excitement and hesitation, this conversation is for you. So let's separate the sounds of joyful wedding bells from the sounds ringing in your head only.
That's good. All right.
Yeah.
So let's start this conversation out, focusing on the race concept from hello to I do. So let's think about these three parts, and we can kind of chew on this and kind of build downward. When and why did dating start to feel like a timeline instead of an experience? Number one. Number two, the unspoken milestones like talking stage, exclusivity, meeting family, engagement, and things like that. Where does that fall in? And then lastly, most importantly, who defines the pace of the race? The individuals involved, culture, or fear? So let's start there. And so what do you think when it comes to mind, Adam, and people and you guys in the audience? What do you hear when you listen to saying, when did dating start to feel like a timeline instead of an experience?
Well, like I was saying before the start of the show, I think it kind of came out of the idea of dating intentionally. Now, it is a good idea. I think it's a sound premise. However, I think that often we allow the idea of time to intimidate us and cause us to rush and do things prematurely when it comes to the whole dating scenario, right? Because now that it's no longer an experience, but it's a timeline in which we need to hit certain milestones at a certain time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have the pressure and the stress of time itself working on us, causing us to rush into situations that we may not be ready to enter into. That's what I kind of think about it when I think about it like that. Now, again, dating intentionally is good. I believe that. I don't believe you should, go into the dating arena without intentions, but don't allow the time to intimidate you and put you in a place that you're not prepared for. When I was out dating and looking for a potential spouse or mate, I was always of the mind frame that I was going to take my time. I wasn't going to rush into anything. I wasn't going to run. I wasn't going to do anything prematurely. I wanted to take the time to, first of all, find out who this person was that I had an interest in. I wanted to find out whether or not they were interested in me. I wanted to, but in order to do all of these things, right, in order to date a person, I needed the time to do it. I needed the time to do it without the pressure and the stress of the time. You know what I mean? I don't want to be rushed in this whole thing. I don't think anything that we do rushed ever turns out the way that it's supposed to. Why? Because it's rushed. And whenever you rush, you're always going to miss a step. You're going to miss something that you should have been paying attention to before. Why? Because you rushed it.
Yeah. So Bruce already took out the double barrel gun. He shot the first shot. But we're going to touch on Bruce's point.
Yeah.
Bruce says when the woman is free internally is when I enact upon the next level. So without even knowing fully what he's probably meaning, but I'm going to take a guess. Knowing Bruce, he's probably recalling the soul tie concept. Okay. And the soul tie concept is probably saying, okay, you connect with the woman, and yes, she comes to you in body and spirit saying, hey, I'm looking, I like you, we can do this, we can see where this goes, and all that is fine, right? Everybody shows up, quote unquote, ready.
Right.
But what we can't see is what you're holding on to. Potentially. Because some people, listen, some people, this is men and women. They will walk up to a new person, start dating, going out, doing all these things, but still be a little bitter about the past situation. Still love the person.
Right.
But be determined to say, oh, I'm not going to let this hold me back. I deserve this. So I'm going to keep moving forward, even though I may be wounded still and I may be carrying still. So without letting this be a full detonated thing, I feel like what Bruce is probably saying is, if I'm going to bring you all the way in here, I need to know that you are completely naked emotionally first.
Okay.
I don't want to bring you and 3 other people, or you and 1 other person psychologically in here with us.
Okay.
So it's not 2 of us, it's 3 to 4 or 5, right? So no, I'm just being honest. So
here, I got you.
I want to clear this part before we go forward, because I can hear in the ether. Adam, why we gotta have all these people with us? What about y'all thoughts too? Okay, listen. I can hear it. But listen, here's the thing.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, that could very well be true. But the only argument I would lend to that conversation, and I'm just touching in what I think Bruce is meaning, is men are the depositors. When we're sleeping with a woman, it's not like she she may come over there and like women and say, girl, I just wanted to get what I want to get. And I went home. Okay. She got with him. They connected. This happened. But it's not necessarily like she dropped something off like he dropped something off. Okay. He's depositing himself in her. Forget about without getting gross. Forget about the full extent of the climax. Okay. I'm talking about just him being in her, period. Spirit to spirit. Forget about the other. Spirit to spirit. When he enters, he's in. You have the portal. He doesn't. He has the scepter. You get my drift? So when he's entering her, he's bringing in what he has. Good, bad, or indifferent. So depending on how that woman has siphoned and allowed herself to purge emotionally or spiritually, sometimes unbeknownst to some people, you do carry things onward. You understand what I'm saying? And
I know what you're saying.
Sometimes I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes it does happen.
Right. Well, that's the nature of
the other side. Go ahead.
I mean, that's the nature. Yeah, you know I am. Yeah, that's the nature of what it means to be in a relationship with somebody. Yeah. I mean, I think it goes without saying. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway. That having premarital sex is not a good idea. It's not. For this very reason, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna be true, let's be true for this very reason.
Dang.
Exactly. Having said that,
no, I'm kidding.
We need to be careful with who we create bonds with, right? Yeah. We need to be very discerning and selective with that, because if we're not careful and things don't work out the way we wanted them to, we end up with, as Bruce says, we end up with a soul tie. We end up with a bond with someone who we're no longer with. Wow. And it's not until we figure out how to sever that soul tie, how to untie that soul tie, how to break that soul tie, that we have a tendency to drag that soul tie right into another situation.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, though, Charles, it ain't just one soul tie. It's multiple soul ties. Multiple.
Yeah, really multiple.
It's definitely more than 3 or 4.
Yeah. For sure.
Let's be real.
In this era of time, life is worse.
It's more than that. And so we have to be first of all, we have to be aware of that, right? There needs to come an awareness where we realize that there are multiple soul ties that we have, unless we have gone through the process of untying and severing those soul ties. But if we haven't, because we're not aware, then when we walk into a new dating situation, we're dragging multiple soul ties into a new situation. And that decreases the success of the relationship, because now we got these multiple soul ties. And the same thing that you're doing in terms of dragging those multiple soul ties into this new dating situation is the same thing the other person is also doing, dragging in multiple soul ties into the same situation. So now we got multiple people involved in this.
Wow.
Come on.
They're not even present.
They're not even present.
Opinion and not even present.
We're talking about the ghost of the relationships.
Wow.
Because the relationship no longer exists, right?
Yeah.
But there's the ghost, there's the aftermath, there's the vestiges, the residue of those previous relationships that we drag into new dating situations. Wow. Because we haven't learned how to deal with the old ones. We haven't learned how to close the book, to break those ties, so that we can go into new dating situations scot-free.
But let's be honest, and this is the sad honesty. Okay. And a lot of times a pause period is unheard of today. There is no pause. We full on Tarzan.
Okay.
From vine to vine. Before, when the relationship is breaking down, we already got somebody we conversing with, and you keeping them, you're siphoning them with a small spoon, and then as soon as you have the big blowout, what you doing Fridays? I'm over it. And this is all in the same week. Wednesday, you done broke up. you already texting the person what they doing Friday because I'm over it. And then you get with them and look, we grown. Once upon a time, we tried, Adam, to adhere to the whole, I don't know, you got to give me some time. Even though if the man was trying or if the woman was trying, you at least have the conversation to be like, let's take our time a little bit. Let's give it a little bit. We got time to do this, that, and other. Nowadays, in this hour, when you talk to somebody on Thursday and say, what you doing Friday? It's already psychologically that implied that on Friday we can do whatever we're going to do, but we're going to do that too. It's just a given. There's no more. It's just, first of all, people use the argument of, I don't want to waste my time. I want to know that if I'm thinking of considering you, those certain things that mean something to me fit. So if that means I need to know what the intimacy is like before I really start liking you, or before I decide which bucket to put you in, I want to do this. Okay. And this is a rampant thing just happening all the time. But before we go further, I want to bring up this one point that I think, this is where I think the Lord above, he knew all this stuff before it started happening. But this is what I don't understand. If I had to ask him a question, women select, men decide.
Okay.
So what I'm saying that to say, this is the bottom line about this whole thing, and this is what gets crazy. You can take any woman that adorns herself attractive, heck, in this day, not even so much. But anyway, if she adorns herself in an attractive way, she can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever she wants, as long as she wants to give the attention or whatever, allow them to talk. She can sit back and say, meeny, miny, mo. Who am I going to give my attention to, or my baby toe? But anyway, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so all I'm saying is this.
What?
All I'm saying is this. All that being said, but women can select, but they're not able to choose, to decide. That is, if they're marrying the opposite sex. I'm not talking about, we live in the day people do what they do, and there's alternatives. But I'm talking about the traditional marriage. It takes a man and a woman, and it takes the man being agreeable. Right. So that's where we get to that's where it gets sticky, because it's like women, no doubt about it. Like, men obviously get married, but women, I feel like it's something that in our childhood and in our cultures, various cultures, it doesn't even pertain to one culture, but it was just instilled that marriage is an honorable thing, and it's a preferred thing for family, right? It's a preferred thing, and so early on, it's instilled in some women, and sometimes their upbringings are a little different, maybe a little dysfunctional, right? But nonetheless, it's instilled to carry yourself in a way to get you a husband to a degree. And so nowadays, people, we're out here, people are dating, getting to know this person, that person. And so in most cases, so we're gonna focus on the hello to I do, because I know that's what people want to hear. All right. So at hello, how you doing? You liking them? You get to talking, you exchanging, you want to communicate, you want to go. And you tell me where I'm going off base, Adam. But number one, women from the start. Okay, he talking good. I'm attracted. He's okay. He seems this. Let me see if he's going to be consistent. Number one. That means, is he going to call a lot? And is he going to say little things and then follow up on the little things? Okay, you got that part. Now, I want y'all to feel sorry for men as I'm saying this too. But anyway, you got that part about the consistency. Then there is an invisible timeline being established in some cases, not all cases, but in some cases, that the man has no idea about. I can assure you, in the first week, a couple of days of talking to you or whatever, he is not at home with a whiteboard saying, All right. Gave me her phone number. June 1st. She should. I think I should see her mother by August. And then her son, and then I'm going to say I do in October.
Right.
Then we'll get, again, when will men get married? Of course. But we don't operate that way. That's all right. So what I'm saying, typically, so women typically are the drivers in this space. What I love to see, Adam, in life, I think it would help a lot of people if in the beginning it was said to some men that I just want you to know I do like you, and I'm glad that we're clicking and we vibing. But the clock did start, and the guy say, "Excuse me." She's saying to him, "I have a timeline,
right?
Because there are things I desire to do." Now, to be fair, there are some women that will make it plain that their goal is to get married.
Right.
So to be fair, there are women that will say that.
Yeah.
But, and I mean, whether it's probably primarily spiritually based women will say that.
Right.
Because they know, although no one is perfect and we all are made in this here flesh, but spiritually based women, I say spiritually based because we're not perfect, but that's where we are honing our decisions from, that foundation, right?
Okay.
So spiritually based women know if I don't set this tone with this person, they may have expectations that may go against my belief. Okay. So if you don't have the conversation,
that's fair.
But let's just say, even to the biased secular community, the unbiased secular community, in their mind, you still will have women that some of them will still say they're working class women, and they, maybe they handling their life and their house by themselves, and in their mind, they're like, look, I would like a partner, somebody to just do life with. But they're going to still say, so when are you thinking about doing this? Because this is what I want to do. I don't want to keep doing this, whatever this looks like. So there are times when conversations are spoken and women will let you know, I want to get married in the long game.
Okay.
I often think about the word Janice. You remember Janice from the show that passed away?
Oh, yeah.
Janice used to always say, don't assume, she probably was the only woman that ever said this, but anyway, Janice would always say, don't assume all women want the same end game.
Right.
She would always say, all women, although we may like you and we're hanging out with you, that doesn't mean that I want to get married. Because she used to always say, I'm self-sufficient, I make my own good money. Yeah, I want to hang out with a guy for what I need and when I need, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not necessarily in a hurry to get married.
Right.
Now, I can talk trash now. God bless Janice. But Janice got married. But anyway,
after all of that,
so the man came along, Janice got married. But anyway, so the point I'm saying is we say a lot of things, but I think we need to be honest.
Yeah.
First and foremost, when we meet, be honest. Like, don't hide behind scars. I heard someone the other day say that they were a little stressed and frustrated about dealing with these men and all these even older men and this, that, and the other. And the comment the lady said was, I don't even want to be bothered unless you are if you want to come be in my face, show up with a ring. So I'm like, wow, how does that look? Like, forget talking to you on the phone, forget dates, forget anything in the middle. She's just like, my patience is at a point now where if I'm going to take a guy seriously, he has to show up basically like, you said 7.5, right? All right, let's go. That's what she said. So I don't know, but that's basically what she was saying. And so again, consistency, mean what you say what you mean.
Right.
Kind of lead. Then that's a little sketchy because the leaders don't always have followers. Now, I hear that comment about you supposed to lead and you're going to lead. But my only argument with that, Adam, and anybody else can comment if you want to, leading for us men sometimes feels situational. Meaning, if I'm in control, I'm riding with you. I'm just here riding in the passenger seat. I ain't bothering you. I'm just here in the passenger seat. Right. But if a situation arises that I don't necessarily want to tackle or deal with, then I need for you to tap into the leader. You the man.
I got what you're saying.
We need to do a show. We need to do a book about that. You the man. You the man. That's the word of the hour. You the man. So that means activate your manpower and do what you need to do, right? To mitigate this situation. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's why I say, are we going to play the roles or we not? And if we're not going to play the roles, how flatline are we going to make it? Mm-hmm. Like, is it going to be totally flatline, or are we going to have a discussion about this, that, and the other, or what? But like you said, so there's the consistency, mean what you say what you mean. There is leading. And then you got to have that conversation about what is it that you're looking for? Like, honestly, like an honest conversation. I don't want to hear I just want to see where this go because I've been hurt before. I don't have time to play games. Because if you show up to the relationship, you got time to play games.
Oh, wow.
A person who doesn't have time to play games will not show up to the relationship. They're going to go somewhere and duck their head until they're able to psychologically embrace it. Okay. But if you show up, that tells a man or woman you ready to play. Okay, you here. So it's like in sports in high school, and people be like, did anybody hear from Adam? He knows we need him. You know, he probably playing that game somewhere. And then we look around. There you go. He shows up at the game. Everybody gets happy. So, okay. We want to know, honestly, when you show up, are you here to play or are you ducking the commitment? Are you here or are you ducking it? So that's one. Okay. I think it will help men to, I think it will help men, like I said, as much as it may be uncomfortable, but to know a woman's desired end game is important.
Okay.
But now, so here's a caveat. I think every woman that's able to say, here is my end game, they should be prepared to speak to how they can support that genre. You got to be able to speak to it. You can't just talk it and magically hope it's going to appear. Because what a man wants to know, if you tell a man, so if you in my face, I just want you to know I really don't even have more. I really can't even give you 6 months, but that's about all the time you have to state your case of what you want to do. Right? Let's just say that.
Okay.
What a man would like to hear is, oh, okay, so we being aggressive? All right. And I know people don't want to hear this, Adam. But this is probably right about the time, if you're going to be that aggressive, where the man in this era, he's probably going to say, I mean, if that's what you're trying to do, what do you bring to the table? Then that's the cuss word is going to go to flying.
Yeah. They're going to fight.
Going to go to flying. But because the man, but in all fairness, if you're telling a man, I need you to hurry up and prepare for responsibility with me.
Yeah.
He wants to know, okay, what type of business venture will this be? A sole proprietorship, or an LLC? What are we doing here? Right. And so people want to know how the business is going to play out, right? You want to know how that's going to play out. And so I just think we're used to just showing up and saying, well, this is what I don't have time. This is what I want to do in the end. And it kind of implies that men don't need assurance or reassurance.
Right.
Men want to know that in their decision to move forward, she made a viable case for herself.
Okay.
Everybody should be able to pitch their own 30-second commercial about who they are and what they bring. And it doesn't mean we're not talking about money. It's not just solely money when somebody say, what do you bring to the table? Right. They're basically trying to say, what will your impact on this marriage be? Basically, how will you show up in my life like you want me to show up in yours? All right, go ahead. I talked enough. Yeah.
So, it's interesting. And I don't know if and it might be me. I'm sure it's pretty much me. because I guess I might be a little naive when it comes to certain things, and Charles will attest to that fact. I'm a little naive. I'm a little gullible, you know. Anyway, let me say it, okay?
God!
But I wanna hit this real quick, and then I'm gonna move on to something else. I when it comes to the whole dating thing, right? At least the way I'm approaching it is, yeah, I'm dating with intention. But my ultimate goal is to find somebody who I can fall in love with, right? I want to find somebody who I can love, who I can be in a relationship with, right?
Okay.
And then that's not to say that I'm not dating intentionally, because I absolutely am. But again, I'm not allowing the time factor to stress and pressure me into a situation that I am not prepared for. I need for my dating experience to be just that. Not a checklist, not you meeting a certain level of expectations, not you measuring me and I'm measuring you. I needed to be an experience that we have together where we discover whether or not we have love for one another. Right? From my perspective, again, I'm coming from a very naive, gullible perspective.
Yeah.
That where is the love in this situation? Is there? Or is this only about getting married? Is this only about hitting your benchmarks? Is this only about reaching the milestone? Is this only about going to the altar and getting a ring? My question is, in all that we're doing in terms of, looking for someone, are we looking for the most important thing? And that is love, right?
Wow.
Because that's going to be the foundation upon which you build your relationship. That's going to be the very thing that helps you to overcome issues and difficulty, right? Love. Because if I don't have love, then that means this relationship really is more of a business transaction than it is anything else. And I know we talked about this last week, because now love is not a factor in our dating.
Wow.
It's about checking things off of a list. It's about reaching milestones. How fast can we get to the altar? Well, baby, if you really want to go, we can go to Vegas tonight and get it done. Bam, you're done. Wow. But where is the love? And I think if we're not careful, we'll do things just because we believe that this is what we should be doing. But we really haven't thought about whether or not love is a part of this equation. Wow. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think for me, if love is not the motivating factor, if love is not the engine by which I'm able to drive the car to meet the person of my life, then I don't want to be involved in this, because I don't love. If there's no love in this, then it's like eating candy with no sugar. Ooh. It's tasteless. There's no sweetness in this. There's no joy in this, right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say, man. That's all.
So, okay. That's all right. So let's think about that. There's a part in that narrative where we talk about kind of momentum. And when I was listening to you talk, I think in the beginning, Adam, a lot of times that's where, at least let me see. I'll go into something a little bit later, but just right now, I will say this. If I can be honest about some past experiences or what have you, I feel like I would always wonder why this frustration would show up at certain points when it did, right? Like you're saying, it's new, you start, and even if you're reigniting something old, but you're just starting. So you're trying to, so in a man's mind, he's logically trying to see where this is going.
Right.
Let me get my bearings so I can walk this out.
Let me just I want to put something in here real quick, and I want you to finish your thought. But I think for both men and women, and I think even not more so for men, but just because I am a man, men want love too. And we don't say that enough. I think we talk about everything else. We talk about the respect. We talk about what you bring to the table. But the reality is, women, listen real good, men want love too. Yeah. And if you're not dating for love, what are you doing?
Wow.
I just don't understand. If I'm not getting involved in somebody else's life and there is no love present, what is the point of me doing this? I don't want to go to a bar. I don't want to go to a restaurant if love is not involved in this. Now, granted, we're not in love when we first meet, at least. I don't know. Maybe we are. I don't know. Love at first sight. I don't. That's another story for another day. I'll talk about that later. But at some point in time within the dating experience, where does the love show up? Or is this just us going through the motions? Because that's how I see it, right? Because if love is not introduced, if love is not a part of the mixture in terms of us dealing with one another, if there is no love, and this is just about booty calls, okay? If this is just about, getting your bell rung, if this is just about, this is how you get off, I don't honestly, I don't want no parts of that. Again, full disclosure, I know I'm naive. I know I'm a little gullible, but I'm just saying, if there ain't no love in this, I don't want no parts of this. That's all I'm saying. Wow. Regardless, because now it's like you said, it's just a race to the finish line. Then what?
But that's a good point, because think about it. How, you can't quantify when love shows up. Right? No one can just say, now, all right, it's Tuesday, love should be here by now. Although we have all been in relationships, Adam, where people have said prematurely, it could be the second day, I'm already falling in love with you, right? I mean, I just feel like you that missing piece. We've all done this. Either somebody said it to us prematurely or we said it to somebody. If we are honest, we know those words hold power. Yeah, and when we say it, I said this before, when people say the love word prematurely, it is primarily used to be a neutralizer. Neutralizing means to stop.
Yeah, I got it.
I can cause you to freeze in time by saying, listen, I don't care what nobody says. I've never, ever heard a woman say nothing like that to me. You got to be her. I'm just saying, whatever. I mean, we do all of these things, right? Call it what you want. It is what it is. Women said it. Listen, it's not just men that say it. Trust and believe me. Right. I've heard it a million times over prematurely. Okay. I've heard in the name of God and everything else. So
not in the name of God.
Women say it. They will say, "Oh, I told the Lord in my heart that He showed me your face." All kinds of stuff. You just heard it all. But the point I'm saying is, we all do it. But the point I was getting back to when I talked about the momentum part. This is the scary part for men that we don't voice because we don't want the noise to be louder than our communication. Because in most cases, this is a sensitive part when you're talking about the marriage ascension. But what I learned early on, back when I told you I found myself getting into these, like I would start dating somebody or maybe date someone I used to date. We talk back again. And I used to would get confused because it would feel like there was some frustration. And I had to figure it out when I had to look into it a little bit psychologically. And I figured out a lot of times, Adam, women aren't frustrated necessarily with you per se. They're frustrated at the fact that you will not enter into the world of motion. If there's no motion, there is no traction forward. Now, we call it what we want to call it, but like you said perfectly, men are looking for the feelings of the love.
Right.
We're not just looking to get in line with a track, to be tracked.
Right.
We're looking to say to ourselves, if I'm willing to give this all to this woman, I at least want to feel comfortable in my bearings about myself doing so.
Okay.
Before saying committed, before saying exclusive, before saying, you know what, you're right. I heard what you said about what your intentions about how far this should go and you want to get married. All well and good. But you still got to understand the fight. A lot of the times, it's almost like double dutch. When you see the girls outside, the one on this side, they're wanting you, come on, Adam, jump in the middle. Get in the motion, because in the motion, things happen from their perspective. It don't happen from our perspective, because we're looking at it logically.
From a different way.
They're looking at it from a timeline. We're not looking at it like that. We're just looking at it like I remember one time somebody asked me early on in getting to know them. It was like new, not even a week or two. The person said, so Mr. Dick, Mr. Charles, what are your intentions? I said, to be honest, I don't have any right now. She said, excuse me, you playing games? I said, no.
Okay.
I just have to decide whether I want to be intentional about you.
Right.
I said this before. Intentions cost. People's intentional time is not free. So everybody shows up, don't have a map in their head from A to Z with you. People want to know, do I feel like that about you? Will I feel that way? Do I want to start a business of love with you?
Right.
I think people think we just show up as the doers to do it. And when people go from relationship to the relationship, it almost feels like, look, you don't want to do this. Oh, guess what? The person over across the street, they think differently. I don't care where anybody arrives post one relationship to the next. You always got to remember, every man still will have to decide. You can go anywhere you want. It's still going to be a man to say, yes, don't get me wrong. Some women can have some strong influence and they may be able to be more influential somewhere else. But still, in most cases, the person is still going to have to decide whether or not they want to get along to go along. That ain't no everyday thing, especially in this day and time that we live in, when everything is so transactional. People using people and wanting someone's life is at an all-time high. And like you said earlier, what are we doing? Are we getting married for the aesthetics? Or are we getting married because we have found the person that make life worthwhile for us? And I think we need to go ahead, answer them questions sometimes.
We do. We absolutely need to answer those questions. And even like I was saying earlier on in the discussion, I think having intentions is an admirable thing. You should have intentions. You should not just walk into a dating situation aimless, with no direction. The problem comes in that when you state your intentions, but you don't know this person. You don't have any idea or understanding of who you're dating. And now you've already stated your intentions. Well, how can you have intentions when you don't know the person that you're dating? You don't have intentions. You have benchmarks that you're trying to hit. That's what you have. And this is a problem, because now you're allowing your benchmarks to control you in terms of how you proceed and navigate the dating situation. See, I don't have, when I get to know you, that's when, in my heart, this is where it starts at. In my heart, I develop the intentions. It's in my heart. It's not just a mind thing. Yes, that plays a part, but it's in my heart that I have intentions to be with you. And as the further along that I am with you, now we're starting to formulate some steps, a path, a direction. Okay, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to do this. But that doesn't happen on the first date. That doesn't even happen on the fourth date. It's going. We need time to take our time to develop the relationship and the dynamic that we have with one another. And it's not until we begin to do that we can actually have an intention. And again, I got to continue to say this throughout this discussion. I need there to be love. Because if love is not a part of the equation of our dealing with one another, then
what are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing. I don't want to be a part of something that love is not a part of. That is dull. It's boring. It's drudgery. It's a chore. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of something that has joy and vibrancy and vitality and viability. That's what love introduces. But that can only happen the more we get to know one another. The more I get to know you, the more I develop love for you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? The more I get to understand you, the more I get to love you. The more I get to see you, the more affection I have for you. The more that we're together, the more sweetness there is between the two of us. And from that sweetness, from that affection, from that joy, I develop the intentions of being with you. Now I'm starting to plan a future. Now, because I have intentions to be with you, because I am experiencing this love with you. Again, this does not happen on the 5th day or the 1st day. This happens further down the line when I'm able to know who you really are as a person. I can't love somebody who I don't know. Come on. I'm just saying.
Man, when you're talking, this is making me think about it from another side. And I feel like a lot of times, like I said earlier, it's been ingrained in women to be wife prepared and wife ready.
Okay.
Like be wife prepared, be wife ready. So it's a thing that you're not going to ever win that argument about what a woman sees and wants for her life. If marriage is what she wants. Okay. But I will say this. I think sometimes women can potentially do a disservice to themselves when they show up to relationships with expectations that are driven out of disappointment. So a lot of times a man will show up with a woman, and I've heard this over the years, Adam. Oh, let me tell you something. Like you can just meet somebody when you're talking intentions. And if you say, well, I'm just trying to see where this goes. Oh, you know what? At 40 something, you don't know. Oh, well, you should know today. It don't matter what age a person is. You still want to get to know who you marry.
Right.
And you want to you want to feel love. It don't matter if you old or young. You still want to know.
You still want to know.
But the reason why I said, I feel like sometimes a woman can show up. She might be out of a marriage, out of a relationship, or whatever. It could have been a recent one. So there's that momentum coming over. Like, you know what? I'm so tired of this. I am not dealing with that kind of person anymore. Guess what? I'm going to choose this kind of man. He's totally different than Donnell. So I'm going to see what he's talking about. But even though you're going to see what he's talking about, you're still bringing over anxious frustrations.
Yeah.
And you're offloading that to the new person to say, I need you to accelerate where that person decelerated. And so you're telling them to push, and let's hurry up and get this over the line because I told them back there that I wanted the same thing and it didn't happen.
Right.
So I want you to make good on it.
Wow.
And that happens a lot out here. And I think we don't talk about that enough.
Okay.
But it's like I think this is where the pause comes into play. Like instead of being mad that something didn't work out and running to the dating sites or going out with the first man at the store to say you look nice, take a break.
Take
a break and just kind of say to yourself, am I good? Am I okay? Before I go because let me tell you something. If you go to the next man frustrated, burnt up, wild up, he can say anything to you and take full advantage. Where you could have had your right mind when you have been healed. You come out frustrated, mad, and he's gonna say, hey, turn your head to the side a minute. Excuse me, what you mean? Just turn your head. Man, that mole on your neck. You saw that mole? Okay.
Oh, God.
There you go. Look.
Oh, my God.
So the rest is history.
It's all done. It's done now.
That comes when you don't heal. When you don't heal, when you go to the next man, you may as well forget it. This is chop soup, and it's going to be whatever because you didn't allow yourself the chance to adjust before you start listening to someone else.
Yeah.
If men don't do anything else, women underestimate the logical mind of how men are.
Okay.
Men he'll know when you're broken. You'll come to him and he gonna listen to you say a few things. Broken. He gonna say broken, healed, self-sufficient. He gonna put you in them baskets. And when he hear broken, oh, he did what? You mean to tell me he didn't drive you to work? And you didn't have money on your girl's trip?
Right.
You pay for your own groceries? Now, he's not. Here's the funny thing, Adam. He's not going to keep this up, but he's going to give it up for you to give it up.
Got it.
That's the trick.
Okay.
He ain't going to keep it up, but he knows enough to tell you what you want so that you can give him what he wants.
Yeah.
This is why the healing part matters in the race from hello to I do. Because guess what? Some people rarely make it from hello to not even the I. They don't even get to it because they on their back and it's too late. So the point is, you got to think about this. That's why, again, this sex thing is scary, because you're right, Adam. It's a thing where, unfortunately, we have dove in and bit the apple with this whole sex outside of marriage thing. It's just it has happened. Let's just be honest. It has happened, and we're being honest.
Right.
And what has happened is even people that want to do right, know to do right, and have an ideal projection of right moving forward with their person, they still struggle because inside I've woken up something and it wants to eat. Right. I want to eat myself, but it wants to eat. So now you are finding yourself, you're not even making the decision. It's making the decision,
for you.
And it just needs you to bring the people together and the rest will do itself. And so this is why, but when we do it, it clouds the race. Sex is like when you're at the starting line and they say, on your mark, get set, you sitting up, then they'll say, they'll do it again. That means there was a disqualification because somebody went too fast.
Prematurely, yeah.
So, but here's the thing, they give you a few tries and they will disqualify you from the race. Heck, in the Olympics, you only get one. You do it once, you out.
Yeah.
So the point is, as easy as it is to come by and as good as we enjoy it to be, premature sex, it doesn't necessarily drive us in the right directions.
It doesn't.
Because we can have in our mind, because I'm going to tell you why. It's not that we can't say, oh, we grown, whatever, let's move on and do this, that, and the other. The thing is, when sex comes into play, it changes the course.
Yeah, it does. It changes
you and me can say hello, and we can say hello at one end of the hall and be like, look at this. Do you see what I see down there? It looks like I do in 2 years. I do too, but maybe we could even get there in a year and a half. Let's start walking. We walking, looking down the road. We can see I do, but then we start a few ooh-ahs and I don't, and ooh-ahs again. I do ooh-ah. And now
I did.
Now we find ourselves in the loft. We find ourselves in the basement. We find ourselves in the backyard. We find ourselves laying down, looking up at the sky.
Yeah.
So we are, and the moral of the story is we are off course.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is when you got to pray and realign and ask God to bring you back on course. Because I don't know if anybody else don't know, but it is not a good feeling to know that you're off course.
Yeah.
Because you know when you're off course. Because when you before the course veered off, you could see really good. After the course veers off, you need to go to the doctor for new glasses.
Wow.
Because you can't see. Your vision is blurred.
Yeah.
And that's what premature sex ultimately does to us.
Blurs your
even
vision.
Though it is lustful and tempting and pleasurable in the moment and all of these things.
Yeah.
But the end result of it is more detrimental than the pleasure of it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm actually saying this. But anyway.
Yeah, you didn't already said it, bro.
I was actually raised exactly what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised to follow the needle of not, right? Mm-hmm. And for whatever reasons, we find ourselves blah blah blah, and there we go. Now we're experiencing things that we probably shouldn't have until we found a wife. Yeah. And so what that does is it begins to grow in you. The part of the Bible when it starts talking about vile affections. What that is saying is that your affections are not aligned with covenant. And when they're not aligned with covenant, you're thinking extra lusty stuff. Okay. Not that you don't want to enjoy your own marital bed and all the things that you can do in your privacy.
Right.
But when you have vile affections, your affections are going in places that aren't good.
Okay.
Which is what end up saying, we just had 3 other people in the bed. What's wrong with that?
What? What?
Or we went down to Club Erotica and stayed all night. We did this, and I mean, all of a sudden, regular stuff don't satisfy you no more.
Yeah.
Now you need extra this and extra that. I need you to put on that thing that I like to go to bed in. Nothing normal satisfies. It needs to be extra. Read all about it. So the point is, you get back. You eradicate vile affections through viral repentance. On tonight. That's the only way you break the hedges of the vile affections. You have to repent and you have to pivot from said actions and go in the direction of the that you are founded upon. And I know everybody has their own belief and spiritual system, but repenting means being sorry to whoever you're being sorry to, being sorry and saying, I am committing to getting back online the way I'm supposed to so that this can work.
So just to kind of bring a little more clarity to what you just said, and then I'm going to go in a different direction. Repentance, it actually means to change your mind.
Yeah.
To turn. It means to change your mind about what you did, that it wasn't as good as you thought that it was.
Yeah.
Right. It means to change your mind, to turn away from what you did and to turn in a different direction. And it's important that we do that we change our mind, that we that we adjust our adjustment. I'm looking at my wife when I say that because I'm saying that because I'm saying because when she listens to this, I want her to remember the conversation that we had about adjusting our adjustment, because it's important that you adjust your adjustment. You had a first adjustment, but now you need to readjust your adjustment to make it right. So it's important, and I really want to jump back to the whole idea of getting healed before you re-engage in the dating experience, because I think we as people want what we want. You said it, you talked about the whole lust thing. We want what we want when we want it. But often what you want, and I've said this before and I will continue to say it all day, what you want is really not what you need. And you're in the situation you're in because you got what you wanted. You went after what you wanted and you actually got it. And then you realize, I got what I wanted, but this is not what I really need. And I think it's important that we kind of again, readjust our adjustment and realize that if I'm going to get whole, if I'm going to get healed, if I'm going to bring together all of these fractured pieces of my heart, mind, and soul, it means that I'm going to have to readjust my adjustment and get healed on the inside. And it's important that you do get healed, that you do get whole, so that, again, as I've said before, when the next person comes along, you're not bleeding all over them. Because that's a lot. That's what we do, right? Yeah. We haven't gotten healed from the previous relationship. We're still bleeding out And so when we walk into the new dating situation, we end up bleeding all over that person. That's not really a good idea. And that's why that person doesn't hang around as long, because they realize you're not healed. You're still broken. You're still bleeding, you know. So it's important for you to take out the time to do what you need to do to get healed and to get whole. Readjust your adjustment, you know?
All right. So listen, that was amazing. So before we try to steer this into the depot, I'm gonna run down some really quick things to put in your toolbox. You can chew on it at your leisure. I'm just going to run through them really fast. And these are points that I meant to get to, but I just going to tell you guys so you can get on them on your own. Number one, understanding the difference between chemistry and conditioning. Differentiating genuine connection from urgency driven by loneliness or external pressure. How social media, peer groups, and age expectations shape relationship timelines. The subtle ways people perform progress in relationships. The next one, the momentum trap. How quickly things can escalate without intentional decision making. Why momentum can feel like certainty even when it's not. Signs you're moving forward without clarity. The next one, the psychology of speed, attachment styles and how they influence pacing, anxious, avoidant, secure, fear-based decisions, fear of missing out, starting over, or being alone, the dopamine effect of new relationships versus long-term compatibility. Just a couple more. Defining intentional dating, what it actually means to date with purpose. Aligning values, vision, and timing, not just feelings. The difference between going with the flow and being directionless. Red flags versus green flags. Indicators you're building something meaningful. Signs you're chasing milestones instead of connection. When to slow down, pause, and reassess. Two more. Real life scenarios. Fast-moving relationship that worked versus one that crashed. We moved too fast, stories that was missed along the way. How hindsight reshapes understanding of early decisions. Rewriting the timeline, giving yourself permission to move differently than societal norms. How to communicate pacing without losing connection. Building a relationship rhythm that fits both partners. So at the end of all of this, closing it out, are you choosing this person or choosing progress? What does alignment actually feel like in real time? And lastly, the idea that not all relationships are meant to last, but are meant to teach. All right, on tonight. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in yet another week. Again, this is something that we probably can continue on another time. Like we didn't get a chance to get all the way through it, but because we still got to get to I do, you know. But anyway, so no, but seriously, listen.
But I thought you did.
All jokes aside, I do is very achievable, right? You just have to make sure you don't before you do. So the point is, and don't meaning don't put your bad foot forward. Like it takes work to show up better. Like we don't want to work, but we want to just show up just as we are. Stinking, no deodorant, hair, brush your teeth, not brush, and love me. You supposed to love me. Men and women do this. We show up sloppy and lazy.
So
we have to do the work to show up attractive, not just on the outside. Like we should all be over looking good. That gets us nowhere. All it does is get you applications. It don't get you it doesn't get you no real candidates. It just gets you applications. So the point is, clean up this part and you will see that you'll get a different type of attraction on top of what you look like. But just looking good alone is just going to bring the person that intentionally wants to get next to what you look like.
Got it.
That's it. Whether you're a man or woman. They're not necessarily wanting nothing out of that other than that. So
yeah.
Anyway,
true.
All right. Any last closing words, sir?
No, man, that was good. That was good. That was
all right, y'all. Well, on
you
this note,
had the altar call, but anyway.
Yeah, altar call.
Just play the outro. Just take the L, play the outro. Let's go.
All right, man. Dang, I'm tired of this. All right. Any lasting words? All good? All minds clear?
All good, man. I think we covered it well today. I think we did good.
All right.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys once again for tuning in. Not only just tuning in, but you all were giving some amazing feedback. Appreciate. We
Absolutely.
never ever. Yeah, we always like to see that. So
yeah.
Big ups to y'all. Have an amazing and safe weekend.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
For sure.
You good next week, Mr. Ford? Everything good?
Yeah.
All right.
For the most part, yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all soon.
Peace.